Thomas from Lint is here to make delicious little chouquettes. What's a chouquette?
A chouquette, beautiful name, no?
It is.
It's a little choux bun, but we have a little pearl sugar on top as well, so it's just something really nice and light and delectable.
This is what makes it a chouquette, these gorgeous, like you said, the little crystals on top, little sugar, little granules, I guess.
Yeah, it's pearl sugar, just like a nice crunch to it as well.
Where can we get these from?
Sort of specialty stores or even delis and things would have something like that. But if you can't find them, raw sugar probably be sort of giving you a similar crunch, just not quite as much.
Fabulous.
Okay, to make our choux, we'd use water and milk, equal parts. Bring that to the boil with some sugar and just a little bit of salt as well.
Okay.
And what I might get you to do in the meantime, I just need a couple of eggs cracked, please.
Sure thing.
So sugar goes in, good pinch of salt. So this is one of those recipes that's virtually got equal amount of sugar and salt in it, and it's really just to sort of level the flavour out.
And choux pastry, it's always starting with the liquid, heating the liquid, and then we incorporate flour and then eggs.
Right. And it's really important as well to cook the flour out. So we'll show you. Once it actually boils rigorously, we put all the flour in all at once and then really cook out that flour.
Now what makes these chouquettes extra special is all the chocolate that we're adding to this.
And we sneak a little surprise in the middle.
Ooh, always good. A little chocolate surprise. No one ever complains about that, right?
Let's hope.
So I'll just whisk up these eggs.
Perfect. Okay, so as soon as this is boiling, all the flour in at once. So it's really important to put it in at once because otherwise you get little lumps. Which we don't want.
And we did sift that too.
Absolutely, yes. That's an important step as well. And then keep it on the heat because we really want to incorporate this and then we want to cook it out. Okay, that's ready to come off. And then straight into a clean glass bowl.
Okay.
Now it's important to continue mixing it to get some of the heat out of the mixture before we add the eggs as well.
Yes, we don't want scrambled eggs.
No. Okay, that looks pretty good. So bit by bit, we can actually add the eggs now.
Okay, it's always better when you've got two people in the kitchen for a job like this, little by little.
Perfect.
Some egg.
And choux is a bit tricky. Sometimes it looks like it doesn't come together. It'll come together though.
Just got to use some elbow grease.
That's right. And just the last bit of egg.
Here we go.
Perfect.
So tell us what is the consistency that we're looking for when it comes to a choux pastry?
Right, there's actually a really good test that you can do. So really you want the mixture to slowly come together again as you run your finger through. See, you got like a little bit of fluency, but not being stiff. Done. So I'm going to put this mixture into a piping bag, and could I just ask you to cut tiny little squares of a bit of the 70% excellence? That'd be really good.
Absolutely.
And then we hide them inside our little chouquettes.
Okay. So you could use any chocolate for this if you like, as in you could use a milk chocolate.
Absolutely, yes.
A flavoured
chocolate, hazelnut chocolate, with a bit of texture in there.
But dark chocolate, it's always a winner, right, when it comes to baking?
Sort of a nice and neutral, intense chocolate flavour.
Okay, so I'm just going to cut this with a serrated knife, makes it much easier, into little squares.
So we're going to do like a really small, sort of 10-cent piece size little chouquette.
And how's the size of that, Thomas?
So maybe half of one of those. Perfect.
Yep, just a little bit more. There we
Brilliant.
go. Okay.
Okay, ready to pipe. So what I'm going to do is put like a tiny little drop, just basically to stick the chocolate on.
Okay.
And then we can put one of those little squares straight on it.
Little
Just
one.
teeny tiny one. Because we want chouquette to be really small and nice little things where you can have, 5, 6 with a coffee.
Nice. Like almost like a little petit four at the end of the meal.
See, so we want them about 10 cents sort of sizes, I guess. And then we might just brush them with a bit of egg wash.
Okay, I can get that for you.
Perfect. Just to sort of help stick the sugar on. Wonderful.
There we go.
And then we really load this up with sugar. So we have to remember this actually grows up quite large, so we won't have quite as much on it. And then I put some cocoa nibs on here as well. And you find them now in health food shops and even supermarkets as well. But just another little crunch and layer of chocolate, that's delicious.
All right, well, let's make a few more of these. Thomas, how long do we cook these for?
They go into the really hot oven, 230 degrees for about 12 minutes or so.
Great.
So to serve with our chouquettes, we're just going to make a little bit of chocolate sauce, just with some cream. Maybe I'll just get you to chop that block of Excellence chili up for me. Again, you can pretty much use any kind of chocolate for it, but I think this is a lovely contrast. A little bit of syrup in here as well.
Okay.
And just bring that to the boil, and then we let the heat of that, maybe just 1.5 blocks of that.
1.5?
Perfect.
Thomas, these look fantastic. They've cooled down slightly, but just little treats, aren't they? And of course, you could make big ones if you want.
Absolutely.
But I like these small ones because it means I can have more and not feel so guilty. So I'll put them on the plate. And your chocolate sauce, chili chocolate sauce.
We just put a little bit in a bowl next to the little chouquettes, and then you can give that
Oh, wow.
a bit of a dip.
And I'm just going to pile them up. This is a really nice little treat to have, I guess, after dinner, when you've had quite a large dinner, you just want a small dessert. These are like the perfect cheeky treat.
Absolutely, and really nice with the coffee as well.
Yep, let's have a try.
Enjoy.
After you. Sir.
Oh, thank you.
All right, I'm going to be quite generous with my dunking. Lots of chili chocolate.
Good idea.
These alone are divine. But then you put it in this warm, hot chocolate that has this slight chili flavour, but not overpowering. It's definitely not
Just a
overpowering.
little tingle in the back.
Yeah, that is delicious. One more.
Or two.
Two more.